One of my favorite subjects when working with business owners is common sense. At some point when I'm coaching a business owner, typically they'll utter this phrase about their employees. It's just common sense. They should just know how to do it. Well, there's a problem with common sense. It's that this phrase is actually pretty insulting. What it implies is that if your employees don't know what you know, then something's wrong with them. A great example of this is one night I was watching a game show with my wife, and they asked a contestant a question. I said out loud, "That is a stupid question. How could anyone not know the answer to that question?" Well, next to me, my wife didn't know the answer. She's actually a pretty intelligent person. I was insulting her by implying that everyone should know it. That's exactly what you're doing when you say your employees lack common sense. Let me teach you 3 things about common sense. Number 1, common sense is not so common. It is simply the result of lots and lots of life experience. And if your life experiences have differed from someone else, they're going to have a different set of common sense. For instance, it's common sense to me, having grown up in the United States, that everyone on the road drives on the right-hand side. But what if I'm from countries that drive on the left? Got it? Be careful about assumptions about what other people should or should not know. Number 2 is until a system is documented, it does not exist. Now, what does that have to do with common sense? Everything in a small business. You're teaching your employees over and over, and often you're doing it verbally in the hopes that it becomes common sense. The reality is, until it's documented, until they have something tangible that they can refer back to and rely on, they're going to have a really hard time making this a part of their everyday behavior. And then number 3 is repetition creates common sense. That means that if there's something that you want to make a part of your company's DNA, you're going to have to do it over and over and over until it becomes common sense. And if you need help on that, you can look at my last week's video about how to teach others. I'd love to hear other suggestions or thoughts that you have about common sense. Does common sense really exist? And if so, what can we do to help all of those other misguided people get it? Please comment below on this page.